Welcome into RedRaiders.com. This is Krista Pirtle here at the USA, where Texas Tech is getting back on track with a win over Oklahoma, 77-69. Now, Texas Tech pretty much knew that its back was up against the wall. At the turn of Big 12 play, the Red Raiders were 3-6 towards the bottom of league standings. Texas Tech had lost 3 Big 12 games in a row, needed to get back to their winning ways, did so against the Sooners, and a big reason why: turnovers. They held on to the basketball, which is a change from what happened if you think back to Wednesday's game in Austin, where there was about a 5-minute stretch with 8 turnovers. Texas Tech had a 7-point lead at that point, and Texas comes back, takes the lead. The Red Raiders didn't really value the basketball during that stretch. In this game, they did. Finished with 8 turnovers. 2 of those were shot clock violation. 2 of those came towards the end of the game when Oklahoma went to more of a full court press. So Texas Tech really did a good job with that. And one thing Coach Beard said, he said, you know, we're a 50% shooting team, basically. And so every time we go down the floor, it's 1 point. If 15 times we give the ball to the other team, we're not getting that 1 point. So a lot more efficient, and also a lot of guys stepped up. One thing that I mentioned in my story that ran on Saturday, and one thing that Coach Beard mentioned in the Big 12 teleconference on Thursday, was that sure, they have great team basketball, but they need some special individual performances from some guys. And well, they got that from 5 or 6 guys. In this evening's game, Aaron Ross stepped up 18 points, 8 for 10 from the free throw line. He wasn't too happy with those 2 misses, but he's a 93% free throw shooter on the year. Then you had Justin Gray with 14. He started out 3 for 3 from the floor. Keenan Evans had 10 points in the second half to lead him to 14 points, and it seemed like every time Oklahoma in the second half would tie the game or cut it to 1 or 2, it was Keenan with one of those just nasty step back jumpers that went in. So Keenan's game, definitely he took that to another level. Zach Smith with 12 and 9 rebounds. One thing, Zach has pretty much been the consistent guy from his freshman year on. He keeps, he's much improved each year, but each game he's pretty consistent in the way he plays. He did that again today. Anthony Livingston, big shot ant with 11 points, big 3-pointers, 2 assists, no turnovers. Naeem Stevenson started today in place of Devin Thomas. Naeem had a great all-around game. He only had 8 points. It probably felt like he had more than 8 points. He also had 7 rebounds. The guard was crashing the glass, something Coach Beard really likes to see. 3 assists, 1 turnover. Devin Thomas, 2 assists, no turnovers. Shotty Millinghouse came in and made the hustle plays that everyone expects from him now. Matthew Temple had a couple good possessions. Thomas Ransoma came in and played well. So overall, everybody with their backs against the wall in Big 12 play. These guys didn't wilt. They each upped their individual games, which showed against Oklahoma. Now, the biggest difference, if you think back to that loss in Norman, Coach Beard said after that game that Texas Tech really didn't take anything away from the Sooners. Today, they took away their drives. Oklahoma is a team that really likes to play some one-on-one basketball, so it's not so much the fluid ball movement that you see from Texas Tech. It's more of a trying to attack off the dribble. Texas Tech really contained that, and that was a key factor in tonight's game. If you think back to the first half, Oklahoma goes up by 1, and then there's a 5 or 6 minute stretch where Oklahoma did not score. It was because of Texas Tech's improved defense, and while the last 2 minutes, it was a great finish for Texas Tech, I really looked to that period of time in the first half where Texas Tech held Oklahoma scoreless. That's when Tech was able to kind of build a 9-point lead, and it was that separation that really helped out down the stretch. Now, obviously, I could keep going on and on, but you can head on over to LubbockOnline.com and RedRaiders.com for a full recap from tonight's game. And we're going to have a quick turnaround as Texas Tech travels to TCU. That game is going to tip off at 8 p.m. Tuesday. So that'll do it for now. I'm Krista Pirtle. Thanks for watching.